Cookin is that. Let's get ready to rumble.
So today, what we're going to do is we're going to compare stick burner and a pellet smoker. So this is Brandon. This is his Oklahoma Joe. He really likes this. We're going to do some ribs. So we're going to compare ribs on his Oklahoma Joe, and then we're going to put another rack on the Green Mountain pellet smoker. So we'll kind of compare as we go, starting things. So what I want to do is now let's get our grill started. So I just push a button. I'm started. What about you, Brandon? Where are you at?
I'm gonna need a solid 15 minutes though.
Okay. So with that, what are you doing? So you're starting.
Just starting the coals. That way we can have a good base to set the wood on once we get it going. So this will take about 15 minutes in the chimney. Then we'll just dump it into the fire basket and then throw the wood on top and let it go.
So what kind of wood is?
That's just mesquite.
Okay.
I just use that on typically most of my smokes that I do. It's just one of the easiest. You get good flavor out of it.
Okay. So on mine, I have a mix of the apple and cherry. So it's a Pit Boss brand. So it works out pretty well for these type of meats. So as you can tell, mine's getting kind of started. It goes through its cycle. I push a button and away it goes. Then I'll set it. We're going to cook at 275. So how do you set yours? Once you pour that in there, what do you do?
Usually one log equals about 250 degrees and it lasts about 1 hour on it. So then every hour we'll just come back out, check temperature. It'll fluctuate between 225 to 250.
Okay. So as you can see, mine's at 275. Where are you at, Brandon?
Mine's at a solid 100 and climbing.
Okay. So what'd you do? So you got everything set. You put the log in there, and now what? Now what happens?
Now we just let it sit, let everything get warmed up on the inside, and it should be good to go in probably about 10 minutes.
So why did you pick this smoker?
So I've had the pellet smokers, and I had the barrel smokers. I've had the stick burner is the one that I traditionally like, just because you're using traditional wood, and that's one of the things that I like to do. I like to, give me a reason to come outside and sit by the smoker all the time.
Okay. So how does it work? So the fire's in there.
So you get the firebox, and we'll lift this up, and you have the baffle plates. So the smoke goes underneath the baffle plates, up this corner, and then back up right through the smokestack. So that way you're cooking the meat with straight smoke.
So there's no, like on mine, I have a hot spot over on this top. But do you have any hot spots anywhere?
Nope, there's no hot spots. It stays in even around 250, I think, per log.
Okay.
It'll stay around the whole time.
So what's going to happen is you're going to have more of a smoke ring than what I am, and it's going to smoke and it's going to cook evenly. Where mine, in the middle, on the left-hand side, it's going to smoke. It's going to be a little cooler, and then on this side, it's going to be hotter. But your whole thing's going to be about the same.
Mine will stay around the same cook time the whole way around.
Okay. What have you cooked on this?
I've done briskets, pork butts, probably one of my favorites. Ribs, wings, everything's really easy to cook on. It could keep it at one temperature the whole way through, as long as you continue to put your log on it.
Now, how hard is it to keep it at temperature?
It's not hard. I got it timed out to where, like I said, 1 hour every time I'll throw a log on there, just to keep, once it looks like the log's burning down, just throw it on.
Okay. So as where mine, as you can, I don't know if you can hear it, is that, it's kind of moving in and pushing all the pellets in there. So it'll stay at 275, but it'll kick on, kick off, kick on, kick off, where you need to kind of monitor it yourself.
Yep.
So again, a little bit different in the way of smoking, but still it's going to smoke, well, we're going to find out, what tastes better, what looks better. So stay tuned. So we're in, right?
Yep,
we're
270.
ready to go. So does it matter where I put it?
Nope.
Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of put it right here in the middle, kind of scrunch it up a little bit. So on mine, I need to spin it every half hour. On yours,
Nope.
you don't need to do anything
Nope.
like that?
Just spritz it after an hour.
Okay, so close it. I mean, looks easy. So we'll be back in a half hour and kind of show you how it goes. So I got everything turned every half hour. So I got mine turned, and I don't know where Brandon is to change the Oklahoma Joe. Brandon, do you need to turn this?
Nope, I'm good.
So it's one thing that he doesn't have to turn his, I do mine. So I guess give a thumbs up for not having a turn, not a hot spot. So it's been an hour. I just turned these. Looks like it's kind of getting a little dry. So I'm gonna put some water on them from the smoker spray bottle. So, you know, it's just water, just keeping them moist. Then we'll check them in another half hour, and then we'll kind of determine when we're going to wrap them. So, Brandon, how's everything look on yours?
I think we're ready to give it a little spritz.
So this has been on, yours has been on the same time, an hour, but you haven't turned it.
Nope.
That's kind of cheating, but yeah, I'd go ahead and spray those, and then we'll check it another half hour. But that looks pretty good. I mean, they look pretty good. So it'll be interesting to see the difference on, how they kind of turn out.
Yep.
So mine, I kind of set it at 275 and forget it. Brandon, how do you adjust the temperature on this? How do you, kind of keep it at the 260, 275 range?
So right now it's running perfectly at 275, but usually all I would do, just close the gate up a little bit just so it takes out less airflow. So then that way it should run, it'll take out less of the smoke and keep it right around that degrees. But if it cools off and kills down the fire too much, I'll just open it back up and just run it wide open.
So then you put in that log. What's it look like now inside there?
It was a pretty big log, so it's still burning pretty good. So
you're probably not going to need anything for a while? Okay. So they've been on a little bit over an hour and a half. I took this one off of the pellet. When you look at it, looks good. What we're going to do is kind of wrap these. This one, kind of take this one off. Kind of looks the same, a little bit darker, which is kind of interesting. So what I'm going to do now is wrap them up, and then we'll put them back on until they hit the 202, 205 mark. So I have them wrapped. What I'm going to do is just kind of put this back on here, just kind of put it right in the middle. And now what we're working on is getting the temperature. So when I check them in 30 minutes, we'll check the temperature. We want to be 202, 205, 206, somewhere in there. And then we'll let them set, and then we'll kind of finish them off. So all I got to do is, doesn't worry about the smoke now because it's covered. Now we're just giving them the temperature. So we're ready. I already have mine already done. Here's Brandon's. Man, these look good too. You can see they're pretty moist. I'm going to put them right here. And then Brandon, you know how I do ribs. I just kind of want to get out of the way, let you kind of do, put the barbecue sauce on there and the grippos and kind of torch it.
Absolutely.
Don't forget that brush there and spread it all out. I mean, what's nice is these both came out about the same time. They're all about the same temperature. They look good. Both of them look great.
That smell.
Oh, the smell is awesome.
Put a little Crippos on there.
Yeah.
I'll take the torch and burn the
Well,
barb.
you've done them the last time. Have you just put them back on, or have you torched them before?
I've never torched it, so I'm looking forward to trying this,
Okay.
actually. I'm sure the caramelized would be pretty good on this. You can smell that barbecue. Oh, it smells great.
And again, if you want to try different barbecue, we just had Sweet Baby Ray's, which everybody likes. You can hit mine too. That way it's. And then what we're going to do is cut these things up and kind of look at the smoke ring and see if there's any difference.
right.
So what we're doing, I'm going to turn these over. So this one is from the
That's just ripping apart.
Green Mountain, and I'm going to have Brandon cut these up. And then this one is from his. I mean, look at the back of those. Those are just unbelievable. So what he'll do is cut them up, and I'll turn them over. That way we don't have, you know, two people with gloves and getting them all that. But go ahead and cut those up, and then the big thing is we're going to try them. So, oh man, look at those.
Just falling right apart.
Unbelievable.
All right. There we go.
All right, let me turn them over. Make a nice presentation here. Man, look at those.
You're
All right, what do you think? I mean, let's pull these apart right here. Hot. Grab one of those. Let's give it a try. Look at that. I mean, look at this. The ring. Pretty juicy. Man, there's a lot of juice in those things.
These are
Look
good.
at that.
Can't go wrong. These are good.
What do you think? Those are pretty awesome. Coming right off the bone.
Yeah.
Man. Here's that one. This is from the seemed like the other one had a little bit more smoke ring. See what these taste like. What do you think?
These are good too.
I mean, yeah.
They both taste pretty identical.
Mm-hmm. I think yours are a little bit more moister than the pellet, but they're both still really good. I mean, look at that. It's coming right off the bone.
Yeah. I'll say all yours look like they fell right off when we cut them.
I mean, so as you can see, the bones pretty much the same. Brandon, what are you thinking? I mean, yours have more, you know, the smoke ring. These are just falling off the bone. Yours are moister than what the pellet is, but eat that. I mean that.
Oh, yeah,
I mean that
absolutely.
just falls right off the bone. Either way you look at it, I think it's pretty good. Pretty good ribs.
Yeah, they were good on either smoker.
I mean this. I mean it's, you know. So, what my recommendation is, if you can get a stick burner or a pellet, get them both. I mean, they're all going to be fun to mess with, to do. I mean, what do you think? I know you have a barrel too, so we're going to do some things on the barrel. We'll do some ribs or a pork butt on the barrel. But, I mean, to tell the comparison, it's, you know, I got you on, you know, doing, you know, pushing a button and it starts up.
Yeah.
But you got the smoke ring. You don't have to turn it. So plus and minuses are about the same.
Yeah.
They're probably about the same cost, wouldn't you say? Pretty much.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
You know, you're getting charcoal and I'm getting pellets and wood, but other than that, there's not a big difference. So I'm saying they're both good. But yeah, I mean, if you want to try something different or you want to know more about the stick burner, you know, let us know and we'll do another comparison. But I mean, what do you think? I mean, I think they're both.
I think they're both great.
Anybody would enjoy either one of them. So, but if you like what we're doing, like us on, like us and subscribe, and again, we're just going to keep on having fun. So until next time, what do I always say?
Spatulas up.
Spatulas up.